Hello, everybody. I want to talk today about finding a job in today's world. This is a consuming subject for many. If not finding a job, just finding the perfect job. To do so, we need to first understand the realities and compositions of today's marketplace, and this includes a host of statistics and statements. Some of these are not the most encouraging, but what I tell people so often is you have to be aware of the future. It is the only way that you can be prepared for it. So here is the realities of today's present and future. In the year 2000, 56% of those aged 18 to 30 had a full-time job. Today it's less than 50%. For the first time in recent memory, it is less than 50%. Almost two-thirds of the jobs created in recent months have been temporary jobs, accounting for nearly 20% of all employment. Part-time positions pay less than full-time work and also typically don't provide benefits. So many more jobs are being created that are part-time than full-time. The percentage of jobs classified as good jobs was 25% in 1979, but 23% today. That's a 6% difference, which represents millions of jobs. The labor participation rate, the people who are looking for work are in the job, in a current job, has declined from 66% in 2007 to about 62% today. It's the lowest in 30 years. It's about 5 million people who could be in the workplace today, but can't for one reason or another. Usually they can't find a job. Today, wages and salaries combine to represent 51% of a person's personal income, falling from 60% in 1980. Conversely, government support in one form or another has risen from about 11% in 1980 to about 20% today. It's a post-war high, which means more people on average are getting money from the government than they did in 1980. Nearly half of private businesses fail in the first 4 years. Here's something interesting. In 1920, 90 Standard & Poor companies listed on the exchange were in business for an average of 64 years. Today, the average is 10 years. And lastly, small businesses create 70% of new jobs, totaling nearly half the output of our country. Over 90% of all businesses in the United States employ less than 20 people, which means if you're going to be working today, most likely you're going to be in a small business. It also means that looking for a job and finding a job is more daunting than ever. We've learned that the average person has 5 different careers in their working life, that they're going to spend about 1 month looking for a job for every $10,000 they want to make. So if you want to make $80,000, it's going to take you about 8 months to find the job. And we know that almost 70% of jobs are found through networking, through people you know, through associations you're aware of. So you become aware of a job because of the people around you. Doesn't mean that people you know give you the job. It's just that's how you become aware of a job. And so, to best find and keep that dream job, there's a couple things to keep in mind. First, jobs are found through time and perseverance, and certainly hard work. Nearly nothing can overcome inattention to those variables: hard work, time, and perseverance. Second, you must do something every day to either find a job or make yourself competitive. If you have that dream job, it is something that is not going to last. Not to be depressing, but we must be aware that based on the average person's in a job less than 6 years, firms don't last that long. New firms on average last 4 years. So because of all of those, you have to continue to make yourself competitive. And lastly, similar to lifelong learning, I now have a statement I use called lifelong career planning, because you can never stop surveying the job market, making yourself competitive, or adapting to a changing work environment. You just never know when you're going to need a job, so plan today as if you're always looking for a job. Lastly, I just say I know the above can be daunting, even depressing to some, but the reality of today's world are that those who succeed in this world recognize these realities, and they're working now to profit from the uncertainty of the workplace. They're profiting by working hard, being likable, and overcoming whatever challenges are in their path. Life is certainly an adventure, and I wish you the best in your journey to achieve the greatness that I know is certainly within your grasp. Take care.